Once upon a time there was a young shepherd who looked after a flock of sheep on the hills of a quiet village. Every morning the shepherd would take the sheep to the green pastures on the hills, where they could graze and rest. It was a lonely job, as the shepherd spent all day with his sheep, far away from the other villagers. At first the young shepherd enjoyed the peace of the hills and the fresh air, but as the days passed he began to feel a bit lonely and bored. There was no one to talk to and no games to play. So one day, he had an idea to entertain himself and get the villagers' attention. What if I yelled that there's a wolf, the shepherd thought. All the villagers would come running to help me and finally, I'd have some company and excitement. Determined, the young shepherd took a deep breath and shouted as loudly as he could, "Help! A wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep!" The villagers, hearing the cries for help, dropped what they were doing and ran up the hill to help the shepherd and protect the sheep. They arrived out of breath, carrying sticks and tools, ready to face the dreaded wolf. But when they got there, they found a very different scene than they expected. There was no sign of a wolf. The sheep were grazing peacefully, and the shepherd was laughing and laughing. "Where is the wolf?" one of the villagers asked, confused. The shepherd, still laughing, replied, "Oh, there's no wolf! I just wanted to see you all run up here. It was just a joke." The villagers looked at each other, upset that they had left their work to respond to a false alarm. Without saying much, they returned to the village, disappointed and a little angry about the young shepherd's prank. The next day, the shepherd felt bored again, and remembering the excitement of seeing the villagers running up the hills, he decided to repeat the prank. He took a deep breath and shouted again, "Help! A wolf! A wolf is coming to attack the sheep!" Once again, the villagers heard the cries and worried, ran up the hills to protect the flock. But when they arrived, they found the same scene as the day before. There was no wolf, and the shepherd was laughing out loud. "Again!" said one of the villagers, annoyed. "There's no wolf here." The shepherd, still laughing, replied, "It was another joke. I just wanted to see you run." The villagers felt tricked. Some shook their heads in disapproval, and others decided that if the shepherd asked for help again, they wouldn't believe him. Without saying anything else, they returned to the village, annoyed and tired of the young shepherd's lack of honesty. A few days went by, and one calm afternoon, while the shepherd was with his sheep, he heard a rustling in the nearby bushes. He turned his head and, to his surprise and terror, saw a real wolf. The wolf was looking at the sheep with hungry eyes, and the shepherd felt a chill run down his spine. Terrified, the shepherd began to shout with all his might, "Help! A wolf! A wolf is attacking the sheep! Please, help me!" He ran back and forth, waving his arms, hoping to see the villagers coming up the hills to help him. But this time, no one answered his cries. The villagers in the village heard his shouts, but they remembered the 2 times the shepherd had lied to them. They thought it was another prank, and that there was no real wolf. "He's probably playing around again," said one of the villagers. "It's not worth going up there again." The shepherd, desperate, kept shouting, "Please help me! It's a real wolf! It's attacking the sheep!" But his cries were lost in the wind. The wolf, seeing that no one was coming, took the opportunity and attacked the sheep. The shepherd tried to scare it off, but he was only a young boy, without the strength to face a wolf. When the wolf finally left, the shepherd looked at his flock and felt very sad. Some sheep had escaped, but others had been taken by the wolf. With a heavy heart, the shepherd returned to the village and told the villagers what had happened. One of the villagers, with a mix of sadness and disapproval, said to him, "Next time, remember that trust is valuable. If you always tell the truth, people will be there to help you. But if you lie, when you really need help, no one will believe you." The young shepherd learned a valuable lesson that day. He realized that lying might seem fun at first, but in the end, it only brought him loneliness and trouble. From then on, he never joked about something so serious and was always honest with the villagers. Moral honesty is essential to earn the trust of others. If you lie repeatedly, no one will believe you when you truly need help.